Hello everybody, my name is Ken Rock, and today we're going to be going over an interesting video, one that I didn't think I'd have to be making, one I don't think I technically should, but we're going to have to get into it anyway since I feel like it needs to be dealt with. The topic here, as you can tell by the title, is fallacies. So, if you know me, you know I've been recently jumping around the debating community as far as like power scaling versus and all that. And one of the things I've noticed is a lot of people like to use fallacies as if it's like a catch-all end all, as if you could just call a fallacy and it automatically make a point invalid. That's not how they work. So the point of the fallacy is to point out in a quick way that there's a flaw in the way that somebody is presenting an argument, but you still have to show the evidence or the proof or explain what that is and why it would be non-applicable, why it would apply in this situation that you are using the fallacy, because not all of them necessarily work. For example, appeal to emotions. If we were sitting there having a talk about if 2 + 2 = 4, an emotional argument does not work here, since the applied to emotion, since what I just explained, it's not derived via feeling. However, we're sitting there having a conversation about, is it morally right to kick an animal? Then appeal to emotion is a valid fallacy, because emotions are definitely something that takes into play on if something is or isn't right. Sorry about the glare in my glasses, just now noticing it. But so how does this apply to other fallacies? Well, the straw man one's one that's almost never okay, but you still would have to explain it. Appeal to reality is one that I've been seeing around, which is weird, but she says that one technically shouldn't logically make any sense. It itself should be a fallacy, because the point of a fallacy is to point out logical errors. Reality itself deals with logic. Therefore, logically, to appeal to reality cannot be a fallacy. People are trying to say it, they probably mean something else. There's another fallacy that's similar, appeal to past or appeal to history, which is similar to it, but that itself is not appeal to reality. That's basically saying because something's happened in the past, it will happen now. Anyway, that all brings up to one that I think a lot of people are ignoring, and I'm throwing this out in the community, that way I can probably help deal with the fallacy problem, and that it will be the fallacy, which basically is, if you are going to throw out a fallacy and you're not going to explain what that fallacy is, and or you don't have any backing for the use of the fallacy, then your fallacy, by your own admission, is now invalid, because it falls under the fallacy, or argument of fallacy for those who know more about this than I do. So there it is. Stop using fallacies unless you know how to use them properly. This is going to be a short one. I plan on making a few a little bit later tonight. This is Ken Rock out. I'll see you later.